Yeah, I got enjoyment out of that movie. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably have the least critical take out of the whole group. But let's see, where can I start? So, so for one thing, the length, like, I get why it was as long as it was, because I think, remember the whole hype of this thing is release the Snyder Cut, right? So I think Snyder's whole objective was, let me show exactly what my whole vision for, like, how these characters should have been introduced, We should and could say that all of that should have been done in, like, multiple movies. But I think given how, the realities of how the story played out, like, I'm talking his saga with Warner Brothers, right? Like, all the beef and all the creative decisions and all that, right? And, of course, him losing his daughter and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get to execute that vision the way he wanted it to. So I think he was like, this is my one shot in the quiver, right? I'll take this and I'll show exactly how I would have done it. I think that was executed more or less pretty well. My big quibble is, there's a few scenes that I would have cut. In particular, as you guys all said, like, this shit should have ended 30 minutes ago. That dream sequence was so stupid. And the other thing is that Batman, like, I cannot accept Ben Affleck as Batman. Like, I can't do it.
Even with the voice?
Everything about it was, I just can't do it. The voice, the fact that he looks like he's fucking Master Chief Batman. Like, I can't do it.
If he used anything besides guns, I think it would be a lot easier to swallow. Like, I think he's a fine Batman. It's just like, all he does is a gun.
Well, that too. Yeah, they didn't show. I mean, of course, it's a movie with 6, 7 main characters, so it's hard to get people to have a lot of breathing room. But even putting that aside, I feel like the vision for this portrayal of Batman is just like, in my opinion, like it just like it was too cartoony in a bad way.
I hate his costume.
and that costume, like, what? That's what I'm saying. Master Chief Batman, like, what? Every time I saw him in there, like, I was immediately taken out. To be honest with you, but I think the casting's really good. Like,
what did Rackeem give the movie?
Really cool. I'm not giving any like number. I'm just telling you what I like, didn't like.
No, Rackeem, give it a number.
Yeah, we should do numbers out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Do a number, but don't give a scale.
Make sure you put a half step in it.
Yeah, like
do
an arbitrary number.
Rackeem, just a simple 1 to 10, 10 being the best. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if you're gonna put me on the spot, maybe I'd say like 7. But
okay.
Nah.
Sean, you weren't here for the whole thing. Shut up.
First of all,
Sean saw Batman with gun and he made his decision.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing that really rubbed me the wrong way. But other than that, I was like, I see what they were trying to do, and I think it was more or less executed well. And definitely, I enjoyed it way more than not that I even remember much of the theatrical, but I definitely enjoyed it way more than that. So
yeah,
theatrical was ass.
So wait, time out. How long was this movie?
4 hours.
4 hours.
Fuck.
we came here at 7, Sean.
Yeah, we had 2 intermissions, Sean.
I came back to talk shit, and I was like, y'all so
Part of me kind of wants to watch the theatrical version, but like...
No, you don't.
You're gonna be...
Damn, we have so many movies we need to watch.
This is like 3 VHS tapes if this was on fucking VHS.
All right, well, we'll discuss this next Monday. I'm going to go get ready for bed. So,
now I feel like bed now.
Oh my god.
Bro, it's 4 hours. Like,
I'm mentally exhausted.
Michelle, you weren't even supposed to watch it and you missed the first hour.
No, did she really miss anything in the first hour?
Yeah, a lot of content.
You missed nothing you couldn't figure out.
Nope. That's podcast next week. Nope.
Ryan, it just finished, dude.
Everyone's dead. I'm sorry.
Ryan, we came here at 7 o'clock and we just finished the movie.
And he's gone.
Yeah, you guys left
he just left.
Wait, who was that?
He was over there asking what the Discord was. No one got him.
Oh, wait, he was in here?
For like 2 seconds just now. Oh, hi Ryan.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Sorry for you missed the movie.
Oh,
didn't miss
God.
anything.
We'll give you the... Oh.
Nope. That's fine.
You're fine, Ryan.
No,
you
one
need
day
to
I'm
watch
just going to
it.
go into that... I'm gonna go into Lynn's server and just put the movie on. I'm gonna fall asleep. Hopefully it's still playing when I wake up.
All right, so sleep factor. Is this like on Death Note level or?
Sean, you no, don't even bother. If
No, it's not as bad as Death Note.
If you need to fall asleep, Sean, put the movie on. You will fall asleep so fast. The first, well, maybe not like the first like 10 minutes, because the first 10 minutes is like
Superman screaming.
All right, so on the Sean scale, this is a. This sounds like
you have the best sleep of your life.
4 sleeping Seans out of 5, right?
I would have definitely fell asleep an hour in.
It took 2 intermissions.
The Michelle scale is the same thing.
The Michelle scale is the same thing.
Only for DC movies though, like Superman or the Batman vs Superman, like she was like gone. I was like, damn, she's still breathing. Like,
damn, she's.
Shit, this movie.
Wait, but Michelle, you like the Marvel movies, right?
Of course.
I'm just saying.
I don't mean.
Wow, Rackeem.
I'm just asking because some people don't like the Marvel movies either. Like some people just
like.
Yeah.
This movie
Well,
sounds
they
like
have no taste in
for a
movies.
fucking sedative. Like Jesus Christ.
Well, in defense of Batman versus Superman and her passing the fuck out, like we had just climbed Buck Mountain that day and like came back and ate like the biggest meatball sandwiches ever, and then she just like KO.
I mean, I woke up a few times.
Wait, y'all doing a podcast on this later or
next Monday?
I can't wait.
When we
I
have
fucking
energy.
can't wait.
Oh God.
Well,
You guys weren't energetic after that. I was energized.
I'm glad you liked it, Dean. I'm glad you had
it.
fun.
I think I've seen enough to give it a fair judgment. So
you saw one scene out of context.
No. I saw 2 scenes.
What's the first scene? What scene?
Well, I saw the cool scene with all the Amazon women, fucking fighting and shit. That was dope. I like that.
God.
I would have been awake for that. But, fucking Batman with a gun. What the fuck?
Straight up Master Chief, bro. And I mean, I get, you're fighting like all these weird bugs and shit.
At the end? What's the deal with the Mad Max shit at the end? Like,
that was a dream sequence. It was so bad, but
that was a what?
It wasn't bad. It was a dream sequence that shows. No, but it's showing the future of what's actually gonna happen in the next movie.
So Batman didn't actually have a gun.
He did have a. It's like a premonition.
Oh, not that it really matters because in the very first time you see Batman in this movie, Superman is screaming, and Batman is holding a gun.
Wait, time out.
That gun is a smoke gun.
Does it like shoot rubber bullets or is it bullets?
Oh no, he does shoot bullets in this movie.
Is it like real bullets? Like,
that's not even an issue. Why even entertaining this?
Batman calls out for the Nightcrawler.
No. This is an issue because Batman does not use guns.
No, not in this version of Zack Snyder.
You can't just fucking take creative liberty like that.
Have you seen Batman vs Superman with the warehouse scene?
Oh, you can't take creative liberties like that. What do you think the word liberty means?
What?
You can't do that.
Y'all comic like purists need to just loosen up your balls. All right.
There's certain things you can change, but there's certain things you cannot change.
Yo,
you can't be creative.
What I will say is that's
not being creative. That's like taking like the character. That's part of his fucking character. It's like straight up being like, it's like taking the Flash and then giving him roller skates and being like, that's how fast he is or some shit like that. Or
hey man, like
what's wrong with that?
Sometimes the Flash has to be like Shadow the Hedgehog, but
So can I just add just a little bit of context to this whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like I said, Sean, I critique this whole thing because I hate how he's portrayed because he's just fucking Master Chief in this movie. But I'm not really mad about the gun. He is. Because you see him fucking just doing combat rolls and blasting zombie insects. I'm not mad about the gun because they basically did the Saturday morning cartoon thing of okay, well people are gonna get shot in the face, but it's okay because they're all robots or whatever, right? It's the same thing here. They're fighting like all these demon insects from Apocalypse. So when real nerds are sitting to talk about it, did he use a gun? Well, not really, because he used a blaster and pew 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 space insects. They disintegrated, whatever, right? But still, just the fact that they hit that angle hard. Like my man's had to peace out the entire movie. That's why I was like, really, guys? Like it's one thing you're like in the bat plane and you use some missiles. Okay, sure, whatever. My man's was out here with the AR. Like I thought the Halo theme was about to start playing at some point. It's like,
so someone please make that video. Someone make that video.
Wait, let me say something. I feel like you guys are criticizing the wrong thing about Batman. That's completely, for lack of better words, nonsensical.
I'm sure.
What you should be criticizing is the lack of detective skills he used in the movie.
I think that was also a problem.
That was the biggest issue. Not him using a gun. Like you see
Well, Dean, remember the first scene in Batman Beyond?
Was there a place for him to use his detective skills, or was it just straightforward? Like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There was like hardly any detective skills.
But he didn't. It was more like, oh, I've been thinking about this. Let me check the satellite. Like it was very. They kind of hand waved that part away. I would basically. I think I'm putting myself between Sean and Dean in the gun critique. I don't think it's as big as a deal as Sean is making out to be, but it's definitely a bigger deal than Dean is making out to be.
His parents were gunned down in an alley. He vowed to not use fucking guns.
Well, also there were space insects, so it's kind of like,
right. But he lives with Alfred, and Alfred keeps inventing guns.
and this is connected this is the Man of Steel trilogy or whatever, so it's connected in that universe. And in Batman vs Superman, he used guns.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like he's stopping a bank robbery and was like, click clack, all right, motherfucker, you better get down. Like no, like it was space.
Oh, you mean like when Wonder Woman was like, oh yeah, we're just terrorists, we're here to blow some shit up, and she stops everybody else non-lethally, and then confronts the leader, and then goes, you know what? You smithereens.
No.
I feel like they and I want everyone seen I guess fucking did Aquaman had his fucking trident, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing everyone seemed like their cells. It would be like taking away his trident, taking away Wonder Woman's lasso, and giving her a gun.
You do know Wonder Woman.
Everyone has a gun.
Wonder Woman killed in this too, right? She killed people.
Everybody killed people in this movie.
Yeah,
but
it's
again,
this is to fly away.
I don't think Wonder Woman.
That was weird too.
I don't think she's against killing.
No,
only when it's necessary.
And again, it's the same. It's the same thing, right? Like again, that's why I keep coming back to it's a Saturday morning cartoon excuse. They're not killing people; they're killing the demon space insects.
There's no need.
Superman will kill
for her to prove
threats.
that she's
He will
virtuous
kill
here.
high level threats, but he won't kill. Superman will kill high level threats.
Yeah, he doesn't roll up to the bank robbery and vaporizes everybody. No,
Batman don't kill. Batman don't shoot. He fucking injures people to near death. That's completely different.
I hate these hard, dumb rules.
No, there are certain hard rules that. I mean, unless you're doing your own thing, fine. But there are certain hard rules that cannot change because it changes the entire character.
Bro,
well, I mean, you can have an alternate take on a character.
No. Okay, but if you're trying, okay, I understand. If but it seems like they were trying to be faithful to the thing. So I'm like,
largely. Was it though?
I would say it's largely faithful.
Yeah, because when his parents got killed, Martha Wayne had her pearls, so it's definitely faithful.
Well, I mean, aside from this whole Batman gun issue, what wasn't really faithful to their classic portrayals?
What, to this movie?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to actually watch.
Well, you didn't see it, but I'm the rest of them. Like, did you guys see anything that was?
Watch the movie.
The thing, okay.
Also,
the gun
Luther
thing was
black.
He was okay using guns because in the Batman vs Superman, that's based off the Dark Knight, where Batman doesn't give a fuck anymore, just does whatever he wants, and has like whatever. So that's like why he was so gun happy.
Hence why I was like, I'm not as mad at it. I'm not as mad about it as Sean was, but yeah, that portrayal. And to Cam's point, right? Like the Dark Knight Returns version of Batman has never been my favorite portrayal.
Oh my god, there's so many
fucking
Reddit shit. I'm about to read all this shit all night. Oh,
it's nobody's favorite portrayal. It's all fucking Edward's favorite portrayal. Like,
well, yeah, because it's Frank Miller.
It's Frank Miller. Yep.
And he made his name by being like the prototypical edgelord. Like he birthed the edgelords. Like in the beginning, there was the ether, and then Frank Miller came from the ether and said, "My children, I'm here to set you free from the libs."
Yo, what I will say is that this was a much more enjoyable movie experience than the one that came out in theaters.
Definitely.
Like,
I think so.
Simply the fact that Steppenwolf was like an underling to somebody else just made the movie 10 times better on its own.
Is it
Having Darkseid.
I said, is it next Monday already?
Basically. I was just gonna say, like, I like that Darkseid is in the movie. I'm not in love with his portrayal because, like, in comic books, he is portrayed more as like almost like quietly sinister. And then he was just kind of like an orc in this movie. So I was like, what?
No, wait. To defend that, when that flashback was a younger Darkseid.
Yeah,
so
he was an orc.
Yeah, it's like Infinity War Thanos versus Endgame Thanos.
Yeah. So that
I suppose, but I was still like, I wasn't. Again, I'm not. There was nothing in this movie aside from the dream sequence that I was like mad about. I was just like, what?
It wasn't. It didn't add anything.
Yeah, it was just this. The Master Chief Batman that rubbed me the wrong way, but it was not like I'm not like mad. But yeah, the only thing that I was like quote unquote mad about was that dream sequence. Merely because you packed that onto a 4-hour movie already. Like, come on, guys.
By Endgame Thanos, do you mean like Farm Thanos or like Back from the Future Thanos?
Back from the Future Thanos. Because Farm Thanos is still Infinity War Thanos.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, isn't like Back from the Past Thanos like younger than?
Well, yeah, and like he's kind of like more of a punk and like whatever. Yeah. Whereas like Endgame or Infinity War Thanos was like much more developed and refined and like
just like I'm fucking done here.
Anyway, I'm gonna watch the Cliff Notes version of this movie.
No, Sean, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it.
Time out, Sean. You didn't watch the whole movie?
I'm gonna watch Cliff Notes of it.
Wait, did you watch the whole movie? Yes or no?
Read the change log.
Sean, there's no Cliff Notes version of that movie.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if I didn't like the movie, Sean's not gonna like the movie.
It doesn't matter. He has to watch all 4 hours in order to get.
No,
Sean, you know how like your recommendations have never steered me wrong. Like if you say I'm gonna like something, I will like 100% like it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna like this shit. I think you would like parts of it, but I think it's too long for you.
Yeah. Let's find parts that we think Sean would like and like make it into like a little clip show, I guess.
All right, how much? Let me get fucking sued by Oh, like still 2 hours. You're still fucked.
Wow.
Anyway, boys and girls, later.
All right, good night, Sean.
Later, Sean.
Later.
Justice League, the Sean cut.
The Sean cut. One thing I thought to myself during this is that it's kind of a shame that this movie came out, not just the Snyder Cut, but like this whole project happened when it did, because there's a couple comic book storylines that would have been more suited to like Zack Snyder's grim dark style that came out after. Like the Justice League story called Dark Knight's Metal that I read recently. That shit is crazy and would have been much better suited to the way he wanted to like, the way he kind of views these characters. Because that's literally like the Justice League against basically bizarro versions of themselves literally from the underside of the multiverse.
Yeah, Bizarre World. Yeah,
Not just
also,
Bizarre World, but like literally they saw like there's an underside of the multiverse where worlds are just unstable and die all the time, and the fucked up versions of those come up to Earth and start wrecking shit. It's crazy.
Hey, you know what's like also like cool about those worlds?
What?
If I may quote Owlman, doesn't matter.
See, maybe he should do Owlman instead of doing, the Batman that we all love. He should just do Owlman and then.
No. See, what you guys are doing is you're taking someone's vision and creative
WandaVision?
creative like juices, and you're just like, no, I don't do it. Just do this, something that I would like.
Whoa! We're not saying not to do it. We just didn't like what he did.
Well, maybe you didn't.
You just said to maybe he should use.
Well, the people who Dean is addressing right now.
I mean, now you know what? I'm going to save the rest of what I have to say for next week. Good fucking night.
Good night.
Night.
Yo, Dean.
Yeah.
If they were to announce tomorrow that Zack Snyder was doing the Justice Lord movie, how would you feel about that?
I would welcome it. Why not? Why not?
No, I'm sorry, those weren't the Justice Lords. What was it? The Owlman shit. Fuck. Crisis.
No, Oh man.
Owlman.
They actually released a Birds of Prey movie?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Wow.
Nick, this is excuse me.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look up DCEU stuff.
The Crime Syndicate. Well, whatever. Fuck it. The movie with the
Crisis on Two Earths.
Yeah, there you go. That one. How would you feel if like they were like? Well, I mean, I know you said that like Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder should direct every movie from now on.
No. I said Zack Snyder and M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Zack Snyder and M. Night Shyamalan. Absolutely, yeah.
No, but look, my thing's you have to give the person a chance.
Oh yeah,
we did by spending 4 hours watching that shit.
No, but even if like they produce like a good movie, then like 8 bad movies. Each movie you have to give them a chance.
Indeed.
Like
I didn't hate this movie. I didn't hate Split. I didn't hate Glass. I haven't watched Unbreakable. But,
but no. Besides M. Night Shyamalan, let's talk about Snyder. Snyder 300 was good. Dawn of the Dead was, in my opinion, really good. Sucker Punch was bad. So it's like you have to just examine each movie in of itself, regardless of director. Then you critique it.
These movies aren't like just like the vision or like work of one person.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But it's mainly his vision. Actually, no. Actually, I take it back. It's
as a director, he's the one giving shape to the work of all those other people. Like he is doing the final say on all of them, right? I was gonna say the thing that I don't know if Dean is properly accounting for is that movies have, especially blockbuster movies, face the same issue that many games do, which is that they are arts, yes, but they're also commercial products that are expected to turn a profit, right? And so to say, you can't just be like, I'm only judging on like what I like, because the point of these movies is not really to be like they're not Oscar bait, right? They're not being done to be loss leaders so you can get prestigious awards or whatever. They're made very, very nakedly so that they will make billions of dollars, which means that a lot of people need to want to go see them and want to like them, right? So to that end, if you're going to make a movie of this kind, it kind of behooves you to try and design or make creative choices that will appeal to a large audience, right? And that's kind of the rub. Some of the stuff we're talking about is things, that we personally didn't like, but I think it's also fair to say are also things you would find a lot of people would be disturbed by, like Sean's whole thing with the Batman and the gun. That's going to be a very, very common critique. Because if there's anything that even the most casual fan of any DC character or Batman in particular will know, Batman doesn't use guns. So we can justify it until the cows come home, but there's going to be a large audience of people that sees that and like, the fuck were these guys doing? Like,
wait, actually,
like, do they not know what these characters are?
If I can just take a moment to like offer a super nitpicky correction there, Bruce Wayne does not use guns.
Okay, yeah.
Damian has a little bit of a different approach to things.
Well, yes, this is also true. But I
if he doesn't use guns, it's only because like
I don't recall
of his inferiority complex.
Batman mantle at any point. He was the long-running Robin, and Dick Grayson was Batman for a while, but which was very fun. But yes, Damian very much has his own approach. I appreciate they put that in Injustice 2, actually, which is kind of fun. Sure, but doesn't take away from my main point, right? That people who have the familiarity with the character will have certain expectations. Is that right or wrong? That's another debate. But if they have those expectations, they're making a movie that people are going to want to like, right? That they want people to like. You probably should try to make something that people are kind of expecting. That's, I think, the big beef that people have with the DC movies is that they clash pretty hard with what the portrayals people are familiar of them are, which is not even informed so much from the comics as they are from the DC animated universe.
Yeah.
Which is why I come back to the whole, bro, just go make a bunch of big budget animated DC movies, bring back some, like the old classic talent who are still around and still like very, very good. And you may not be making Marvel money out the gate, but I think you'd be making kick-ass product that would get a lot of buzz.
But they do such good jobs with the DC animated universe.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, maybe less so in recent years, because I know people have had beef with some of the more recent stuff they've done. But broadly speaking, like, DC animated is like fucking crazy, right?
It's really good.
Yeah, like they wrote the book on doing superhero stuff in animation. So anyway, I'll stop talking. But that's my 2 cents.
Word. Keep that shit for the podcast next week, I believe.
You recorded it because
I recorded this because he's not going to be here. That's why I made sure the tape kept rolling. The Rackeem cut. Everything's a special edition. Yeah.
Well, you got a special burst right there. You can have as like the appendix to the whole discussion.
Thank you, Rackeem. Your opinion's always desired.
Hell yeah. Dude.
Yes, always
valued. Barry didn't come here because he was gonna. I know he was ready for a debate.
Has Barry seen it?
I don't think Barry would have had time to watch it yet, but I'm surprised he didn't show
I can.
This should be his. Well, then he's probably so tired because I was gonna say it just came off his work shift.
Oh yeah, and that's not good for him. Let me see what Robin was complaining about and see if I agree with him.
Robin must have been furious.
Let me finally click on.
Robin hated it.
Oh boy, is this in text down the hall?
It's in memes.
No, it's here.
Oh, it's here.
It's just redacted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what that was about.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I should probably go and see it. He's fucking furious.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy, now
that was when I commented like, "Why is the CIA document in the server?"
Should we make a new channel just for this discussion?
Like, damn, I thought they were talking about the Mueller report.
I thought they were talking about the Mueller report.
This guy, I swear.
Wait, I'm gonna point to where it is.
Yeah, the Parademon Flash.
Yeah.
That's because like he would have made it around the circle while the blast was like in this path, so it was gonna hit him either way. Like that makes sense.
No,
he just needs to be more aware. He was new, like you guys said.
No, the thing is, like that whole Parademon thing makes no sense because it's just like the electrical task in friggin' Among Us is basically that. Like, you know, when the thing goes around in a circle and you have to click the thing. It's just that, and the Flash is going at if you just time it right, you could hit him, and you have like infinite shots. So like I don't see.
It's not even a timing thing. It's like he's moving so much faster than the actual energy beam. So if he makes a complete circle while this energy beam is passing through the space that he will occupy at some point, it's going to hit him.
Yeah. No matter if he just missed it, he's gonna run into it, or if he. Yeah, I see. You're right.
I think it might have even hit him like 3 times for how fast he was going.
I just saw it, Robin's number 9. Why did Wonder Woman eviscerate that one terrorist guy in front of all those poor kids? Why did he pick that word choice?
I mean,
okay. You saw the state of that brick wall after she was done with banging her wrists together, right?
Oh my god!
Cam did say they have to condemn the building now.
It's a miracle that like that his hat survived.
Right? Damn.
I just put in the memes just so a quick link. I just put start here, and it's Robin's sad face.
Oh wow! Damn. I feel bad. I'm agreeing with all these takes.
Well, to Robin's take on number 10, like, I, having seen this now, I can understand that Steppenwolf was not. So, like, that makes it that much better. Despite the fact that,
Well, you saw the original, right, Adrian?
Yeah. They kept the field people in the can, so, like, the actual big bad doesn't have a role in the movie directly, but like narratively he's there.
Right. Yeah. And Darkseid's gonna be okay, so if you guys look up Justice League 2 and 3, the plans that he had for it, then everything would make sense. And whatnot. Like if you also if you rewatch like Batman vs Superman, it's a slightly better movie because some things make sense now.
Right. And I don't see what's wrong with having freaking Ronin in here getting his power Infinity Stone and like slamming his hammer all over the place. Like he's not just a random guy. Like it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That was this movie, right?
He's talking about Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean that's the same character.
Essentially.
Well, hey, but except like, Ronan wasn't like exiled by Thanos.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He's being used as a puppet.
Oh, absolutely.
No, but like wait, back to what you were saying with the Batman vs Superman thing. The when Bruce wakes up and you see the Flash saying, "Oh, you were right about him, Lois. She's the key," and whatnot. That little Flash sequence we saw that everyone saw that people were like, "What the fuck? This shit makes no sense." Now that you've seen the nightmare sequence, like, oh, okay. Now you put 2 and 2 together and whatnot.
That doesn't make it seem cooler to me, in my opinion. I feel like that makes it kind of lamer.
No,
sorry to say lame. That's a proper term. Because then that movie or whatever movie they're referencing has to be like dope. You know what I mean? Then if we never get it, then this leaves like a bad taste in our mouth. It's like when your dad, promises you freaking the newest freaking action figure, and then he leaves forever.
Oof.
Also, if I if I can like get another little super nitpicky fucking criticism in there, is how come them on the other side of the dimensional hole of the mother boxes immediately draw the conclusion that the mother boxes have been destroyed? Like they've been with the mother boxes for a very long time. That's been part of their plans for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Also, wait a second. Steppenwolf. He fucking has the ability to fucking teleport and shit from wherever he was. But, well, I guess he must not have been, like, as far away as Darkseid and the rest of them. But, yeah. That's beside the point that I was just talking about now.
Isn't teleporting part of the mother box's abilities? That's what it is in the comics.
Yeah. It's part of the mother box's abilities. That's why he was only able to do the first one, like when the one on Themyscira awakened. I believe that what it was.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? Oh, right, yeah. But like, yo, where like how what is that? Is that what we're supposed to take as like fact that the mother boxes have been completely destroyed? They're completely inactive forever. They've been like deactivated. They're done.
That I have to find an explanation for that. I don't know.
I feel like that's the kind of thing that they probably would explain at the beginning of a potential sequel, like what happened to the mother boxes.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, here's what happened. Da 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 da. They're actually not dead. Yay! You know.
Did the people on the other side treat them like they were dead, gone, destroyed?
Well, wasn't that the plan for Cyborg? What he was doing? That's why he needed like the electrical boost, right?
Yeah, so that he could hack into them. But
Yeah,
like that
and
was
then-
just to separate them.
Well, the people on Apocalypse may or may not have, you know, full comprehension of the mother box's
Yeah,
abilities.
that's true. They did bring them with them.
Because if I recall, I'm not super familiar with like all the New Gods mythology, but I'm pretty sure like the whole mother box technology was more on fucking what is the name of the planet? The opposite of Apocalypse, where all the New Gods are actually from. I'll remember later, but yeah, I think it's from that planet, not from Apocalypse. So I think I think they would not necessarily have full knowledge of it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I would throw out there. I just read Master Robin's critiques. I'm in broad agreement with him. Like we talked about it already, right? Like the whole like grim dark tone is definitely again out of step with what a lot of people, including myself, would have preferred to see. But if they're gonna get it done, they really need a really good script writer to get it right, because it's hard. Because even in my opinion, the Marvel movies don't always do it well. Because one of my problems with the Marvel movies is that it's almost like the opposite problem. Like they know way too well, like they're too acutely aware of the fact, like, all right, we have to please all these people, so we have to. It's almost like there has to be a good joke, like every like 3.5 minutes, or people get fucking bored, right? And it's like I completely see through everything you're doing.
So they put Ezra Miller in there.
They did, but they didn't even like. I thought Ezra Miller was casted pretty solidly, but as Robin said, like Flash is kind of quippy, but not as quippy as he was, and they didn't even give him like the lines didn't land, in my opinion, half the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to get that tone right, but you know.
Well, I mean, but also, you know, Cyborg was making jokes
in his own
Yeah,
way.
I actually don't believe. I don't think he was making jokes. I think he was actually speaking very like sternly. But since like it was just very like out of like tone that we laughed at them,
Yeah.
I don't think he was joking whenever he did stuff. Like this guy's still like going through it.
Everyone's a younger guy. She's 5,000 years old.
No,
I think after go ahead, Dean.
No, go on.
I think after like he I guess he made like his epiphany or whatever, not his epiphany, but like after they understood him better. I think I might be mistaking it for the original movie, but I feel like he was more open and like he made like a wisecrack. But I might be confusing the two movies because this movie didn't have Booyah, right?
No, neither movie had Booyahs, but the first movie, like 95% of Cyborg in this movie was like cut out.
Well, yeah, that's why
Wait,
a lot.
what?
There was no Cyborg in the first. Well, like there was like
right, yeah,
point
that's
scenes
right.
of him, like you know, with the boxes and stuff, but all the backstory and his father scenes and mother scenes and stuff, all cut out. The football scene's not in there. Nothing. Not even the scene with him, knocking over the tank, protecting the cop from the tank that almost hit that Superman almost hit the cop with. That's not even in it. They really like butchered Cyborg and Flash. So, and they did reshoots with stupid scenes like that Russian family. Like, what? But that's something I'll say.
They reshot the Russian family just not to put it in.
No. The Russian family was never in Zack Snyder's movie. Joss Whedon did reshoots.
That was dumb.
And he added the Russian family. where Flash and Superman had to go save people and stuff. But yet you cut out.
That's silly because in this movie, it's more apparent that Flash is like a newbie versus where that the Russian family truck scene, whatever, would have made more sense because he's doing something. He's helping, help along there, Barry. But in this movie, where he's clearly more, it's obvious that he's a newbie. He's running around collecting enough kinetic energy to trigger the important part of them. Like, what? Huh? They got their ideas switched. That was a very big deal in this movie.
Right.
I mean, I'm not to say that saving a family isn't a big deal, but
No, yeah, but like that's sort of larger plot of the movie, right? So,
You know what else is a big deal?
Resetting time.
Who goes back in fucking time
Wait,
just to be able to touch Cyborg? Huh?
What do you guys think of that scene? From
It went on too long.
That scene definitely went on too long. I mean, yeah.
I liked I liked the if you wrote this down on paper and you showed it to me, I would love it. But like I just because maybe it's because I consume so much Flash media.
Yeah.
So maybe I feel a certain way, but I just I
was also gonna say, don't forget it's also a long scene in an already long movie, so we're probably more sensitive to it.
I mean specifically that, but I'm thinking of when Flash fights the CW show, when he fights all these freaking the I guess epic moments, where speed is involved. I feel sort of I can feel the tension when freaking Flash separates Lex and Brainiac. That scene is super short, but I still get hyped just thinking about that scene where he runs around the world just to throw a punch each time he runs around. That's nuts. In this, it takes him how long to get across? I mean,
to take a lap around the village. Cyborg, is it time yet?
What if they wrote the scene where instead of using slow-mo, it was just at normal speed?
That would be bad. That would also be bad.
I think
It's over in a quarter second.
A legit valid criticism for the whole movie was the too many slow-mos.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry guys about that. They definitely overused slow-mo.
One thing, another criticism I have for the movie is that some scenes, for an example, I'll just take the opening battle between Steppenwolf and the Amazons, right? So it's established pretty much very quickly that Steppenwolf is stronger and faster than the Amazons. So they won't be able to beat him, and they also won't be able to get away. But I feel like that scene went on for a half an hour.
Right.
The battle in the arena, that was cool and whatnot. Maybe it was 5-10 minutes or so, but then they spent another 10-15 minutes chasing so that he can have the Bring Me Thanos fucking hammer slam scene. And even after that it went on for another 10 minutes while they tried to run away, and it's just bro.
Yeah.
It was shown from the first jump that he's faster than the horses.
I think. Wait. Okay.
To be honest, it's that was so early on in the movie that my monkey brain was still both watchings, and the original and this one. I enjoyed that scene simply because cool things were happening.
Gotcha.
It's I forgot that this. I forget that it's that long, and I forget that I still have ages to go to finish this. So when I'm seeing these cool ass Amazons shooting arrows to tying things to the box so the arrow carries it across and the horses are being involved.
Word.
And they're doing gymnastics and stuff like that.
And Sean is saying, why do the horses have to get hurt?
Yeah, exactly. See, so now I'm invested, right? So that's
Word.
It's purely we can take that part out of the movie entirely and put in its own YouTube video, and I'll just watch that scene over and over again. That's fine. I'll do that on my own
too. That's one. The Amazon fight is definitely one of my favorite parts of the movie.
And then that shit ends, and then it goes part 2.
And then, bro, but it's counteracted by every single scene. Lois, I'm sorry, I mentioned it again, but I just hated every Lois scene. I'm sorry.
I understand what Zach was trying to do.
Yeah.
To show her.
Hype it up to when he finally, sees her and he flies away and then he smashes and his mom's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I get it.
I think they definitely did a better job than the first movie of impressing upon you like how important Superman is to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They literally spend 3/4 of the 4-hour runtime being like, oh fuck,
Get
if we don't
Superman.
get Superman, we're screwed. And so like when he finally shows up and he finally faces them, well, yeah, that was like, yeah, you know, but
Wait, hold on. Am I miss another memory issue?
Hmm?
In the first movie, was his suit that monochrome suit?
I don't remember.
No,
Why did they make it the black and white thing?
the black suit's supposed to be something from like the comics, and it's supposed to like absorb light. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's supposed to absorb light better. But it's more.
Oh, so there was a reason for it.
Yeah, it's cooler.
No.
I don't know.
No, I mean, cause like that's one thing I definitely loved about in the first movie when Superman is back and like his suit is like the only color in the movie. Do you know what I mean? So like when he came back, I felt like rejuvenated. I felt how they felt. You know what I mean? Like yeah, he's here, you know, and he's cool, and he's punching the guy, and he flies, you know, like, and I felt like him having black and white suit. Like I get it. Like it's like canon that like the suit does something.
You mean like in a movie where they go out of their way to say this red cape fights back?
Yeah, right. Oh, see, dang. I didn't even think about that. But, like, still, like, man, I don't know. Like, I love seeing the blue, red, and yellow. Well, it wasn't really too much yellow.
Oh, okay.
The blue and red. I'm biased, though, because I do love blue and red.
Me
But
too.
Just to add on to
Superman,
that.
he comes.
That
Yeah, just to, like,
symbol.
you know, just the whole. Exactly. I feel the hope when I see that color. You know, I don't mind freaking everyone else being dreary. But, like, you take that away from Superman. When freaking Superman versus was it Superman? It was Superman and Batman, the cartoon.
Mhm.
Remember the intro, the opening theme song? It's like the sun is here. It's super, and then Batman goes and the night is here. You know, like I gotta feel the difference. There's no like,
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean?
you're right.
Well, again, it just goes back to the fact that the big critique is that Zack Snyder overdoes the grimdark shit, right?
No,
And
but-
especially with the DC heroes, like, you know, this ain't Marvel. And even in Marvel, like, again, the Marvel movies work because they're fucking quippy every 5 seconds. The DC universe is just like more classic style, like more of like a Greek epic type thing.
Well,
But yeah, it's not as opposed. What I say, like a more like a Greek epic as opposed to like the more modern style of Marvel, right?
So then the hero Superman Achilles faces man-killing Hector Steppenwolf and just anyway.
Yeah. Like
I mean more like because like my most beloved DC like media is the Justice League cartoon, and they're telling jokes. It's just not Batman telling the jokes. You know what I mean? Like they don't. I didn't like that about
That is very
Batfleck.
serious.
Yeah,
Whoa.
see, that's why the humor works because Batfleck is there to give them the glare or whatever.
there's a
Like
contrast.
Superman's telling jokes. Even is Wonder Woman? I don't really remember Wonder Woman. Wow, I can't even say her name. Wonder Woman telling jokes,
Well,
but she
because
would like smile and laugh at the jokes. You know what I mean?
Wonder Woman in the TV series is a much more well-adjusted person to like society in general than Diana in the DC.
Well, to be fair, they barely even show her in society in this movie.
Yeah, she's just kind of there painting a statue and then goes, "Oh shit,
It's
there's a
superhero
historical
time."
pit that's on fire."
Yeah. But can I go back real quick to like this whole like the character thing because I'm thinking a little bit more about it now and like it's a little bit thin, right? Because you have some like interpretations and the rest is just kind of thin. Like I'm one of those people that I really think Jason Momoa is great as Aquaman. It's definitely not like a comic book accurate portrayal, but I think this is frankly a more interesting. Like to Dean's point about like you can take creative liberties. I think that was where they took a character that nobody particularly gives a shit about, and they made him into something really cool.
Yeah.
But then you had, again, I'm not going to relitigate Batman. We already talked about how the Flash is kind of whatever. But Superman, like, if you think about it, they barely even did anything with him because he's dead for half the movie. You know, mind poisoned for a quarter of the movie, and then the quarter of the movie is just him punching shit.
Hey, whoa. He had a very, very hopeful appearance when Cyborg projected his image on the top of the mother box when nobody wanted to actually say his name. Like he was shown in very vibrant reds and blues there.
He was, yeah. Again,
Treating him like Voldemort.
More so than he actually shows up in the movie.
Yeah.
Wait, so Rackeem, do you think, so let's take Batman and Aquaman. So what if, like, his idea for these certain changes, do you think that people would like these changes? Because I know, especially the ladies liked the Aquaman changes.
Well, yeah. Because Jason Momoa is fucking, but...
It's like,
Wait,
we
what
felt
were the
betrayed by
changes?
the audience. Oh, that, Aquaman is like, he
Dreamboat.
he goes into bars and he takes what he wants because he saved the man,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also,
like
what was it?
Drinking shit talky kind of guy, yeah. But
Yeah.
And also,
Sure,
like, what is it? Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman in this movie, like, considering what it was that it happened, that this movie happens before
His
Wet
movie.
Thor.
Yeah.
That, like, yeah, it's pretty great for his character. I mean, the way that it's portrayed in this movie, like, yeah.
I think one of the
I would
things
get
that
that.
people have to understand is, and that's why I think this comic book movies get hard, is that, yeah, you tend to want to be accurate to comics, but not everything in the comics were good, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
you really need people who are, I think, like, diehard fans of the comic book, diehard but honest fans of the comics, and that's very hard. Like, people that know everything but are honest enough to be able to be like, well, this stuff is not great, and we could take liberties, like Aquaman, right? Like, Aquaman in the comics is like, like, this does not need to be the hill we die on, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if we had a comic accurate Thor in the MCU?
Well, I don't know the Thor comics like that, but I'd imagine that. But see, even that's a little more complicated because since Marvel has been so successful with the movies have now affected the way the comics are written.
I have met the strangest creature today. It is a raccoon that has the ability of speech. By Thor, by Hela, by Odin.
He has his own font.
He does?
Yeah, it's very like Viking.
He talks like he talks in Marvel.
Yeah, the MVC thing.
Another.
Like that's like his entire character.
Yeah. Again, I'm not familiar with the Thor storylines in comics. He probably was also kind of like a more of a B to C tier hero in Marvel, right? And that's
Today I am given a creamsicle.
Yeah.
No, but it's just more to the fact that, like, we shouldn't be bashing for making changes, just so much how, like, does the change does it
work?
hit or not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So to me, to answer your question, I guess I would say, to me, I can see the Batman changes ruffling a lot of feathers because they ruffled mine too, right? And the Aquaman changes, I think a lot of people would be much more on board with it.
Nice.
Aquaman is much less, quote unquote, a sacred cow than Batman is, right? So, if you take liberties with Aquaman, especially if it turns out to be like fun, right? Then I don't think anybody would really give a fuck. And they didn't, because
I'm just happy.
All the DC cinematic universe, Aquaman is the part that people seem to love the most.
Yeah, right. I'm just happy because like my right. My intro to DC was the Justice Friends, so I'm finally glad people are done shitting on my boy Aquaman. I actually liked Aquaman. I hated that he was the butt of all the jokes.
They say he can talk to fish. Ha ha ha.
Because that's not fair. Because like literally everything was that corny in those cartoons and all those comics, So like, why did finally he's broken out of his corniness, right? Like freaking Batfleck didn't have shark repellent, so why should Aquaman talk to you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
If only
finally he gets his respect. You should just do it just to meme.
I don't know how to do it well, but I would have it to meme if I could have.
No, I mean Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, that would have been hilarious. Just one talking. He barely even. That's actually one thing you could kind of critique is that they showed him being like strong and cool, but he really didn't use any water powers. Like he had a couple scenes like where he rescued them out of the tunnel, But like
that was
in
cool.
main battle, he did not use any water powers really.
Does he have any?
Wow, I didn't,
Well,
I didn't realize.
I mean, he can control water, right? So like, if there's any body of
Can
water
he?
nearby, I thought that was.
I didn't
big
think
part.
he actually could.
Oh shit.
Does
Okay.
he? Does he do it in the Aquaman movie?
I will watch that, then be done with this universe
Mm.
until you guys force me to watch another one that comes out whenever time. If they still make these movies, who knows?
Because I thought that was like part of Mira's character is that she's like,
She can't control.
yeah, like a sorceress of water or whatever, and it's
Right.
not a common thing for Atlanteans to be able to like manipulate water like that. Plus, he's just using like a garbage trident, not like the real trident.
Actual.
Oh.
Yeah. The one with the 3 spokes.
Yeah. So I don't know if that gives him any like special abilities or whatever, because like that's the real trident.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose at the
Yeah.
point that could be further research. Perhaps that was accurate as is.
Does he get the real trident in Aquaman?
Yeah.
Has none of us watched? Oh, you watched it?
No, that's like half the plot of the movie. He's getting the trident.
Okay. I'll watch it eventually. Maybe next week or so.
It's supposed
I
to be
mean,
done.
Yo, I will. Let me know.
and
Oh,
apparently-
all right. I'll drop it.
Is it next movie night?
Aquaman.
I mean, why not?
Oh,
Why
God.
not?
All right, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's watch.
And apparently, it's the DC like movie directors consider the Snyder Cut to be the continuity, and they've
Ooh.
been making their movies based on Snyder's version of Justice League, not on Whedon's.
They better.
Oh.
Yo, you know what?
Well, I mean, like they've already been doing it, even though this movie hasn't been released.
Oh.
So they're talking about
Oh man.
talking about Wonder Woman and Aquaman were made with the Snyder version in mind, not the Whedon version.
Oof.
I don't know how much that changes.
I hope this.
but-
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
again, this movie had its faults, but I wouldn't be mad at people using it as like their basis for the next thing. It's just that I would hope that there's in general a tonal shift.
Yeah, it wasn't inoffensive. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't offensive. I mean, yeah.
Aside from the dream
It's
sequence.
just, you know.
Hey man,
You know?
that's just a sneak peek at the next movie.
Sequence will make sense if they did another movie.
What's that?
The dream sequence will make sense in the next movie. They're not going to do a next movie, but if they were to do a next movie, the dream sequence will make sense.
In general, I really
Oh,
don't
that
like that. Like if you need another movie to make the other one like fundamentally hold up, I don't think that's like good storytelling. That's just my opinion.
Well, that was pretty much an after credits scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we shouldn't even. I should have stopped the stream there,
No. No.
and we'd all have been happier for it.
I mean
Well,
that movie was over already. Like that was all just like filler at the end, just to kind of give you an idea of what Zack Snyder was like envisioning for the future of DCEU.
Right.
yeah, I'm not mad at him putting it in. I'm just mad that I had to watch it. Like that's the only I can't fault him for putting an extra track on the album, you know. But
Yeah.
Did
it's
I
up
need
to us
to
to. You know what I mean? Yeah, like.
You know what?
Actually,
Actually,
to him,
now I'm mad at Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah, a lot of
Well,
people
I've
are
been
mad
mad
at
at him for a
Joss
while.
No, he's an asshole.
I paid to watch this movie in theaters. Well, not
Oh,
this
I'm sorry,
movie,
dude.
but like the one.
The original.
Yeah.
Oh God. Was it with friends? Was it with Bay? Did you enjoy your date at the very least? Like I've seen some shitty movies, but at least
It was an
she was
enjoyable
there.
day, I guess. Yeah. That. No.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah. See, it's hard for me to like. Sometimes I have to rate the movie itself and not just the experience of having seen the movie.
That's what I try to do. Is just like I'm not really worried about the externals or whatever, and I try to look at what was presented to me and less with about what I was expecting.
Word. At the very least, when Glass jumped the shark, I was like, it was hilarious, and like
Yeah.
the therapist lady
Like,
was
they
over
really
here
did
like
this.
asking the dude as he was dying, "Did you believe it?" Like,
That was so stupid. And then all of their friends meet up together to fight to create. Oh, never mind. Let me
see,
not
now that was amazing.
Just-
It was lovely, awesome. It was hilarious, and it was a train wreck.
It wasn't.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It was like okay. That's all I'm gonna say. The Unbreakable Split, the East Rail 77 train trilogy, which is what M. Night Shyamalan calls it, Unbreakable Split, Glass. In my opinion, is the best superhero trilogy. That's it. But we're gonna keep it at that. Nothing else.
You see, let's see.
Okay.
What else was there? Lost, right? You see, when I was done watching Lost, I thought like the ending was so absurd, so hilarious that like, okay, I definitely wasted my time watching this series, but it's so hilarious that I'm not mad.
Right, time wasted that you enjoyed is not time wasted, right? Or whatever they say.
Yeah.
But like, bro, to this day, I hope that's what the afterlife is kind of like. That final episode.
I'm wasted.
Bruh. Lost was. It was a show.
It was.
I definitely no. It was listen. It was very, very creative, and I wish more shows did what Lost attempted.
The idea,
you know what I mean? Like
exploration. It was amazing.
No.
Oh my god.
What it is?
Flash sideways. Come on, B. Island moving. Come on. Who else is doing stuff like this? Nobody.
A tropical island with polar bears.
The ending was perfect.
Well,
you guys just
Smoke monsters.
you know what it is? When you guys watch stuff, you guys don't fully take in the stuff. You guys are like talking, eating chips, missing dialogue.
Nah, I watched Lost by myself.
Word.
That's all that I did for like a good bit.
Did you eat?
No, I wasn't eating chips. If I were eating chips, I'd have headphones on so I could still hear the show.
I took over a summer. I was home by myself, just watching Lost.
But the ending made sense.
I was binge watching it. I'm not gonna say it doesn't not make sense. It's hilarious.
It's just like, right, yeah. A train wreck makes sense. Trains be going off the rails sometimes.
Beep beep.
But
Okay,
yeah, like
What is it like? What was it? They were like it to draw a microcosm from earlier in the series. Okay, there's an unexplained countdown that goes down to a thing, and the only way to prevent this countdown is to periodically press the button before the countdown reaches 0. So like they're understandably afraid of what will happen, especially since somebody's there that like had heard about the countdown before that wasn't like part of the group. So like he's supposed to be the resident expert on this countdown, but he doesn't know about it himself. I believe that was Dom. And yeah, so when I think like certain elements go rogue and the countdown actually does reach 0, like they're able to take the series into completely unknown directions because nobody in universe knew what would happen when the countdown reached 0, right?
Yeah.
But what did they do when that countdown reached 0?
I don't remember.
Like,
so
they
what
started a
happened?
new season and like introduced the others or something.
Oh, they tried to freaking match the amazing like the quality of the season 2 premiere with that lackluster season 3 opening with freaking what was it? Downtown. No, season 2 opened with Desmond and that awesome freaking make your own kind of music song.
Yeah.
Right? And then season 3 started with the freaking who was the others? The blonde chick from the others?
Juliet.
And it starts with her and it's like downtown and it shows like the others' life. Like they should not have done that because it made it feel like they were trying to like match how awesome Desmond's intro was when it was a failure in my opinion.
Talking about they did that.
Desmond's intro compared to freaking Juliet's others intro.
They wasn't trying to compare. They did that intro as like a misdirection. Like, oh wow, these people. Okay, these people. Who are these people? They're like, oh shit, all of this is on the island. What?
What?
But hold on a moment. What it actually ends up being is that, you know, nothing actually happened with the countdown reaching 0.
No, yes, it is. Desmond had a fail-safe key. No, because the whole point was that a whole bunch of electromagnetic.
Yeah, there was a very large release of EM energy,
Yeah, so it was like when you press the button, it would release it.
and Desmond is immune to the shit. But like, if
not.
they didn't press the button, what happened?
It
Didn't
didn't-
they not press the button?
There was 1 point. There was 2 points where they didn't press the button. The first point, the first time they did it was a flashback, and that's the whole point. That's the way they got to the island,
Oh,
because they didn't press the button, and then all that electromagnetic shit split the plane in half and and made the plane crash.
mm-hmm.
That was the first time, but the first time they did it as a flashback. The second time, and the second time was actually the first time in the show.
Yeah,
The second time, that's
that
when
was the season 2 finale, I think.
yeah, when Locke was like, oh, he was wrong or something like that, and then there was a fail-safe key, and then it exploded. Desmond made it explode and stuff like that, and Desmond got powers and stuff.
Whoa, Desmond had powers. He's immune to electromagnetic interference. They've known this forever.
Yeah, but it's
He wasn't like stopping deaths and going back in time and stuff. Or whatever his powers were, I can't remember.
Wait, now we're talking about Lost. Fuck.
Yeah.
Change the topic.
Right.
So with that said, let me dip out of here because
Wonder Woman 84, right? That was a pretty good movie.
Nope.
oh boy.
Good night, Rakeem. Good night, always.
Peace.